This video is all about expression, self-expression. And what we have here are some very vivid examples, some lovely examples of the work of Links members here in Llanelli. We're at the Links base. And what this tells us is that people who suffer mental ill health are fully capable of expressing themselves, sometimes in a dramatic, sometimes in a moving, sometimes in a very emotional way. It's not just to do with art, it's to do with poetry and other art forms too. It's very important for us to challenge some of the damaging misconceptions about mental ill health and to underline that people with problems such as these are able to live very fulfilling lives. That's the purpose of this video, and of course to underline the valuable work that Links is doing. I hope you enjoy it.
When people meet me, they see nothing wrong. They don't see insecurity bred from an unstable self, and I don't carry snapshots of moments when I'm crushed by terrible pressures.
Recognise me, and I would give back tenfold, and lay a garland on your doorstep.
Look at me and see all of me. Listen to my voice and hear me.
Increasing skills and keeping active is all part of the battle.
Hi Tim, how are you doing, pal?
Oh, not too good, Rich. Violet to my neighbours. I'm sure they're plotting against me.
Plotting against you? Are you serious?
I'm telling you, they want me out of my house.
Look, are you sure this is all real? It's just not your imagination?
Hello guys, what's going on?
Just my neighbours. They're after me again.
Well, are you sure? You thought that 6 months ago and everything was okay, wasn't it?
Well, maybe they took time off.
Come on, it's probably just in your mind. You know how you get. Chances are nobody's talking about you behind your back.
Why? Aren't I good enough?
What's he on about now?
Well, apparently, I'm not even worth mentioning.
All I'm saying is that paranoia is becoming more common nowadays than ever before.
Yeah, more people are after you.
It's the condition, Tim, when that's treatable, and you're certainly not alone.
No, not with all the stalkers.
Yep, 1 in 4 people will suffer with a form of paranoia sometime during their lives. In fact, I used to.
Really?
Yeah, you'd never tell, would you?
Oh, I don't know. You're a bit weird, Rich.
What Tim means to say, Rich, is how did you get over it?
Well, getting support is vital. You're not alone in this, and I don't mean surveillance equipment. I got in touch with my GP, we talked about it. He prescribed some medication to take the edge off my nerves and referred me to a psychiatric team. After therapy, it became clear I had mistaken beliefs.
Or delusions, as they're called in the trade.
Yeah, everyone was out to get me, plotting against me, laughing at me. So I needed to socialise a bit more and get some company. It was clear I'd been living in my head too long, and it was driving me nuts.
So company helps. Getting out a bit. Meeting people with the same condition to see how they manage.
Yeah, but first of all, talk to your GP about it. You can both take it from there, 1 step at a time, remember.
Don't think of it as climbing a mountain.
Yeah, I'm not Julie Andrews. Well, if you think it's best.
There's nothing to lose, pal, except those ideas that are keeping you locked inside yourself.
Chances are your neighbour's not plotting against you or wants you out. In fact, she may be wondering why you're behaving so strangely towards her.
Bit distant like.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her for weeks, really.
Here she comes now. Why not ask her straight out? Clear your mind a bit.
Hello, everybody.
Woohoo! Hi!
Hello, Violet. How are you?
Oh, just fine. Been shopping and all that.
Look, Tim's got an important question to ask you.
Oh, really?
Well, the thing is, Violet, do you want me out of my house?
Of course I do, Tim. You're a right pain in the neck. Only joking.
I'm creative. And hanging on to that creativity is a great help. I must never lose that.
Society isn't set up for people with invisible disabilities.
The I in illness is isolation, and the crucial letters in wellness are we.
Let the seeds of kindness be planted in the earth. May they blossom into something beautiful, something that will last until the end of days.
Everyone and everything ends up frustrating me. Likewise, it must be frustrating for loved ones as they struggle to complete mental aerobics as I dart from idea to idea.
Well, ladies, hello, hello, and so nice to see you.
Hello, Steve. Hiya, Bob. Steve, you're being a bit of a character today, eh?
He's having one of his up days, and he's fixed on hanging around me, looking out for me, because I'm having one of my down days.
Oh, nice, like two brothers.
Or two sides to the same coin.
A bright, shiny coin, flying high, gleaming in the sun.
Or a filthy farthing gathering dust in a dirty drawer.
It's a bit strange though, Bob. Last month at Tom's party, it was you who was the life and soul.
While you, Steve, were as miserable as sin.
Oh, it was merely a mild slump. A little low, just hiding my time, hiding in the wings.
Wait a minute, do you have that condition? What do they call it?
Yeah, celebrity syndrome. All the film stars and models have it.
Yeah, it's so happening. I've got 345 friends on Facebook who've got it too.
Dead sophisticated.
Look, that's just the media. To anyone who really has it, it's not sexy or a fashion accessory.
Let's not be scared of words. Bipolar disorder, the condition that dare not speak its name. Unless you're a rock star, then it's fine.
Call it what it really is, manic depression. But there's nothing manic about depression if you ask me. I'd give anything for a bit of manic, me.
Take some of mine. I got oodles to spare.
Does being this hyper help you in your work, Steve?
I can usually fit 3.5 weeks' work into a day or two.
How does everyone at your office find that?
Oh, they all love me because I'm fabulous, obviously. My boss loves me because I get stuff done really fast.
Yeah, until you get so hyper you can't tell what's real and what's imaginary anymore. Then things get serious. The lines cross from being fun
to being weird. And then the psychiatrists start queuing up. I go from being special to being a statistic. But it's best to get as much fun out of it as you can while you can.
The people around you don't find it fun. The obsessive behaviour, the out-of-control spending, unnatural behaviour, unnatural acts.
So sometimes you get like Steve and Steve gets like you.
Put it this way, when I'm like him, everyone loves me. I'm an irresistible genius. I make loads of best friends. I'm really generous. Once I ran off to Israel and gave 10 grand to Hamas. Bit of a mistake there.
And then one day, you're sitting on top of the world and something cracks. Like a switch being swatched.
It can go either way. Get even higher, have a massive psychotic break and land in hospital.
Or you get pushed off that lovely, giddy cliff top and just fall.
And fall.
And land in hospital. Deep depression.
Must be horrible.
Must be like losing everything.
That's the terror. At least mania can be a good laugh. But then it's the long haul of medication, therapy, counselling and finding something, anything to hang on to. I find since I've started accepting my condition and getting help, I'm not as depressed as I used to be.
What type of help?
Counselling is working big time. It started to make me accept who I am. I'm not ashamed anymore.
Wouldn't work for me. Don't need it. Brilliant, me.
You'd be surprised.
I hate the stigma attached to the illness, though.
That's where acceptance comes in.
Getting help is nothing to be ashamed of.
I always seem to be hyper. That's how people seem to prefer me. And that's where I try to stay.
Steve, it would be great to see the more mellow side of you for a change.
I've started meditation, 2 o'clock daily.
Is it any good?
It seems to work for me. I used to think it was airy-fairy, but it keeps me tranquil and grounded.
Well, you seem happier than you were.
I am, not so many down days at the moment.
It's more down days that I need, I think.
I'm more than willing to come to the doctors with you. Maybe your medication needs reviewing.
Well, who knows? I guess it's a step.
A positive way forward.
I suppose the trick is to find a happy medium.
Exactly. When I'm medium, I'm cool. And things are calm.
Me too. Being in the middle would be such a nice place to be.
And get stuck there.
Stuck in the middle.
Stuck in the middle.
With you.
With me.
Oh, nice.
Pan rwy'n isel, rwy'n teimlo fel nido'r dren a mynd I ffwrdd a chadw I fynd, ymhell I rywle. Unrhyw le, ond yna rwy'n sylweddoli byddai'n rhaid I fi fynd â fi gen I.
This is a poem by an ex-soldier about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
My heart jumps, my pulse races, my bedsheet soaked in sweat. It's another nightmare to remind me my war still goes on. I see the look on your face as you absorb my words. You don't believe me, the system doesn't care. PTSD taunts and reminds you. It owns your thoughts and controls your mind. Cruel lessons taught each night and day. This madness eats away at the man I used to be. But still I do not blame you for disbelieving me. I hear what you're saying, but you have missed my point. I cannot bandage my mental state, it's misunderstood. But I will not blame your ignorance, just shame for the system. I can see it doesn't care. PTSD feeds paranoia lavishly and meets my every need. Confirms my fears, affirms my suspicion, placing clues to lead me down a path that is not there. I cannot blame you for disbelieving me, but the pain is still there. I hate being cooped up in my flat, but some days it's all I can do.
Depression. I don't know what it is. I only know how I feel.
I felt on top of the world, invincible and godlike. These were grandiose ideas which are completely delusional.
I've enjoyed watching the film about the Links charity at Llanelli, and the people who are involved in that, those animated characters. And one point that the film makes very clearly is that at some stage in their lives, probably 1 in 4 people in this country are likely to experience some kind of mental illness or ill health. Now, the interesting thing is, for some people at least, a period of mental ill health may be necessary to gaining a stability and an experience of mental health. And of course, what they do in that period and how they experience it depends very much upon themselves and how they approach it and their willingness to engage with the issues which present themselves and to face aspects of their lives which perhaps have been difficult to identify or even a bit painful to look at. And the interesting thing about listening to the voices on that film are that it's very difficult to say exactly how anyone is going to experience ill health. It can come in many different guises. But one thing is certain, and that is that if people are prepared to engage with the issues which present themselves in that period of their life, if they are prepared to come closer to themselves, to bring different aspects of their personalities together, which may involve some struggle, then they put themselves in a much stronger position to look outwards, to become aware of the things that they can do, rather than just think about what they can't do, and to gain in both self-esteem, self-respect, and to learn aspects of their lives, their personalities, which they'd never experienced before. And, of course, also to meet people who beforehand they would not have known. And for all of this, Links plays a part in helping people to understand who they are, to become the totality of the characteristics within themselves, to help them to become more fully themselves, and to be willing to be helped by others and to help others as they go along this particular stage, sometimes a very painful stage, but nonetheless a very enriching stage of their life's journey.
Mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of, but stigma and bias shame us all.
To be able to make a difference in someone's day is a great help for myself as well.
If I was left alone, I'd flourish like a stubborn orchid.
In the middle of a bad depression, doing nothing isn't the best idea.